Hello soulmates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video I'm going to be teaching us how to cut this asymmetric hemline blazer blouse. So if this is something you like, please stay tuned to the end of the video as I show you the step-by-step process on how to cut it. And now let's get right into it. So I've gone ahead to mark the horizontal lines just as you can see, and I'm using 1 inch for button stand. Just as you can see, 1 inch for button stand. So when you are sewing, I think you just need to add extra half an inch for the button stand, since you're going to be lining it. Yes, it's going to have a lining, so just add half an inch, so in total it's going to be 1.5 inches. Do you understand? So I'm going ahead to mark the horizontal lines, which are the shoulder line, the chest line, the bust point, the waistline, and the hip line. So that's like your waist to your hip. Whatever you have, you mark it down. So on the shoulder line, after the button stand line, you place your shoulder measurements on the shoulder line and on the chest line. You roll a straight line across, just as you can see. So the neck width is 3 inches, 1 inch for shoulder slope. I'm still going to alter the neckline. So you get the midpoint here, then you come in by half of an inch. So you connect all the points together like this so that you can get your armhole or your arm sack, just as you can see. So next up, after the button stand, you place your nipple to nipple measurements, half of it, then you roll a straight line across, just as you can see. So the dart intake on the waistline, I'm using 0.75 on both sides. So below the bust point, I marked 1 inch, and above the hip line, I marked 2 inches upwards. So you can see, I just connect it this way, just as you can see. So now you are going to be placing quarter of your bust measurement after the bust span, then quarter of your waist measurement plus the dart intake. Then you also place quarter of your hip measurement, that's like after the button stand. So you connect all the points together, just as you can see this way. So now I want to alter the neckline. So I'm altering the neckline by 3.5 inches. Remember, I marked 3 inches. So the depth is 7 inches. So I'm going to be connecting it like this. Please connect it all through to the button stand, like extend it all through to the button stand, not where I stop. There's a reason for that. So you roll a straight line like this, then you slant it on both sides by 0.25. So this is so that this part doesn't gape. Do you understand? We are going to close that part up at the time we are cutting. So I'm going to be using my tracing wheel to trace this part so that I can have a full front. Yes, you can have a full front. So now this is what the full front is, just as you can see. So I'm just going to go ahead and label the left and the right side. Now below the waistline, I'm going to be marking 5 inches. Yours can be 4 inches, just depends on how low or high you want that side to be. So I mark 5 inches on both sides. So now I'm going to be marking 2.5 inches because of the slanted line, the way the design is. Then when I mark down 1.5 inch or 1 inch, yours can be 2 inches, depending on how pointy you want that part to be. So below the waistline, I came down by 1.5 inches. You can come down by 2 inches, but please mark it on that button stand line, that middle button stand line. Then you go ahead and connect it to that button stand line, not this line here, that middle line that is there. You go ahead and connect it there. There's a reason for it. So by the time you are cutting, you not have some sort of excess, like not like excess, so that it will not, like it might not be overlapping well. I'll show you what I mean later on. So you just connect it on both sides. So this point as well, I'm just going to mark. Remember, I marked 2.5 inches there. So I'm just going to mark 2 inches. It's just a guide. Then I'm also going to be connecting it to that part. So instead of connecting it to that part, you see that middle line, you just connect it to that middle line. I think it works best on that middle line. So there I marked 4.5 inches there. Then I went ahead and connected to this side, just as you can see. You connect it to this side this way. I'm going to do a little bit of waist snitching. So I'm snitching the waist by 1 inch. So 1 inch divided by 4 is 0.25. So I'm just going to be marking 0.25 on the two waistline. Then you connect the lines to the to this line like this. You connect the lines like this, just as you can see. Just waist stitching of 1 inch basically. So if I close it this way, this is what the design looks like, just as you can see. Now let's move on to the back. So for the back, I've gone ahead to mark the shoulder line, the chest line, the waistline, just as you can see, and the hip line. But the length I have there is not up to the hip measurement. But since the back is not going to be extended to the hip line, this is why I stopped there. Do you get? So now on the waistline at the center back here, I mark 0.75. So this is your zip. Your zip will be able to relax well. You know that our back is not straight. So you just go ahead and connect it to the shoulder line like this and connect it to the hip line this way, just as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and place the shoulder measurement, half of your shoulder measurement on the shoulder line and on the chest line. It's going to be after that line that you marked. So you roll a straight line across this way, as you can see. So the neck width for now is 3 inches and 1 inch for the neck depth. So you go ahead and connect it. So for the neck depth here, I'm using I used 1 inch. I used 1 inch for the neck depth, then for the neck width was 3 inches. So you get the midpoint here, then come in by half of an inch, then you connect the points together so that you can have your armhole curve this way. So you are going to be placing your dart after that 0.75. You mark your dart first this way. You mark it, then you add back the 0.75, just as you can see, so that you'll be able to mark it on the hip line and on the chest line this way, just as you can see. The reason for doing this is so that you can have a straight line across, just as you can see. So the dart intake on both sides as well is 0.75. Then I came down by 1 inch. Then you go up by 1.5 inches or 2 inches. So you go ahead and connect it, just as you can see. So at first I connected it to the chest line this way, but I went ahead and marked that 1 inch. Then I connected it to the 1 inch. So you mark 1 inch below the chest line, just as you can see. So I think it's better this way. Now you go ahead and place your quarter of your bust measurement after that line, then quarter of your waist measurement after that 0.75 plus the dart intake. Then here you input quarter of your hip measurement. So you go ahead and connect the points together, just as you can see. At the center back around the waistline here, I'm going to come up and down there by 0.5 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect it this way. This is to eliminate SX around the waistline, just as you can see. So now for the back by the side, I came down by 5 inches, just like the way I did for the front. So at the center back, I came down by 5.5 inches. Then I replaced that half an inch that I took around the waistline. I replaced one of the half an inch I took around the waistline. I replaced it. So I went ahead and connected this way, just as you can see. So remember, we are snitching the waist by 1 inch. So 1 inch divided by 4 is 0.25. So I'm going to be marking 0.25 on the back waistline like this. Then you go ahead and connect the points. It's just snitching by 0.25. That's all, just as you can see. Don't forget that the neckline that I used for the front should be the same neckline used for the back. Like water is by 3.5 inches. I think I didn't capture that part. So now we are going to be closing this up here. This is dart intake around the waistline. We are going to be closing it up in form of darts, just as you can see. So just carefully do the process. Don't have to rush. Then you use your paper tape to hold it down. You secure it down this way, just as you can see. Then just go ahead and make those lines visible on the paper tape, just as you can see. So now just go ahead and cut it. So now we're cutting out the back pattern. So guys, if you've not liked this video at this point, please kindly do so, and don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, comment, like and share. So just go ahead and now cut it. So that's all we have for the back. So for the front, so this part that I mentioned earlier, you are going to be closing it up in front of that as well. You close the two side up. So use your paper tape to hold it down. you close the other side as well. You close it in front of that, just as you can see. Then you go ahead and reshape the lines to make it equal, because if you don't, there's going to be shortage. So you reshape the lines just as you can see. So next up, you just go ahead and cut your pattern this way, and don't forget to also label your patterns as well. You label them. So now at this point, this is the reason why I say you should cut it on the middle line. So this is the middle line. So I wasn't cutting it properly here, so I detected at one point. So just make sure that you rule it straight on that middle part line. Yes, yeah, you connect at that middle part line. So just go ahead and continue cutting. Yeah. So this is what we have for the front piece. So you can see what I have here. So you can see that there's one excess around the neckline. So that part is what I'm saying that you should avoid. See that part is like it's showing, like you just need to avoid it. Make sure that you roll your neckline to the middle point line. That's what I'm just trying to say. So by the time you fold the button stand, I'm just trying to make it visible. So this is what the design looks like, just as you can see. So this is what we have for the front piece. So now there's like a pocket blanket or something at the, so you just place the pocket like 1.5 inches after the center from this way. So you must have closed your dart. So the width can be up to 4 inches. Like for that design can be 4 inches. And you can see there are two designs. So the first design can be 1 inch and the second one can be 2 inches, 2.5 inches. Do you understand? So it can be 1 inch or 2.5 inches. So for the sleeve, I'm going to drop a link in the description box on how to draft the basic sleeve. So now for the length of this sleeve, I have about 23 inches. And you go up by the side by 2 inches, because it has this slanted effect by the side, just as you can see. So you just go ahead and cut it out this way. So by the time you open it up, this is what you have. So now I'm going to be placing this paper here underneath it. I'm just going to trace this part like this, just as you can see. So you just extend your line outward this way. So you must have determined how long you want your sleeve to be. Do you understand? So that you'll be able to know the extension of paper that you're adding. So for instance, now by adding this, I have about 27 inches or thereabouts. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. So this is what it looks like this way, as you can see. But if you want it to be fuller, like if you want that part to be fuller, just get the midpoint like this, slash it open to that point, just as you can see. Slash it open, then add extra paper underneath it this way, just as if you're giving you're adding more to it. So just use your paper tape to hold it down. Like if you want like a little bit of fullness there, then go ahead and connect it this way, just as you can see. Then I'll just cut off the excess. So this is what it looks. So it has a little bit of fullness around there. So this is for the sleeve. So now we have come to the end of this tutorial. Please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, comment, like and share. Thank you guys for watching.